F-117 was one of the most new aircraft developed so far and was the result of decades of research on stealth technology. Almost invisible with radar eyes, it was designed as America's infallible firepower against the Soviet Union. Its main objective was to destroy the most strong security locations by entering the enemy's territory deeply. Although its first flight took place in 1981, the public, even most of the people of the government, were not aware of it till 1988. Even today, many people call this aircraft a stealth fighter, while it did not have the ability to blow air to air, and it particularly played an attacking role. The first true test of this aircraft took place during the Gulf War. Despite the coalition being less than 3% of the number of aircraft, F-117 aircraft attacked more than 30% of the bases, especially in Baghdad, which was the world's strongest security city at the time. During the war, F-117 maintained its dominance and destroyed more than 1,500 important bases without any loss. However, there is a saying in the fighter pilot community that the enemy always gets votes. This means that no matter how good your intelligence is, how clever you consider yourself, or no matter how low the enemy, they always have the right to do something that you do not expect. By using your cleverness and willingness to win, they can choose an action that shocks you and forces you to react. A good example of this is the second mission of Colonel Del Zelko during the Kosovo War. In 1999, on the fourth night of the war, Colonel Zelko set out in his F-117 Nighthawk aircraft to fly at night. In front of Colonel Zelko, while he was flying at night, a Yugoslavian commander named Zoltan Dani stood. Zoltan was in charge of the surface-to-air SA-3 missile battery located at the ground level. Designed in the 1950s, due to its short distance and weak design, the SA-3 became obsolete and was put into second-class armies by the time of the Kosovo War. Nevertheless, Zoltan was innovative and experienced. 15 years ago, Zoltan saw Israel destroy Syria's 29 surface-to-air missiles in less than 2 hours during the 1982 Lebanon War. This made him understand that mobility is the key to living. Although SA-3 was built as a stable site, he found that with training, his people could break it in less than 90 minutes and fill it in trucks. This provided the facility to move them several times a day, making it difficult for NATO intelligence agencies to find them. The main danger for him was the HARM missiles fired by the escort aircraft. When his radar was on, these missiles were targeted at it, but as soon as he shut it down, he was neutralized. For this reason, he made a strict rule that he would not use his radar more than 40 seconds at one place. He increased his survival even further by making fake weapons made in the house with the seized Iraqi MiG-21 radars. He put these fake weapons on the outskirts of his hideout so that he could drive away any missile to be fired on it. The night the weather was bad that night, which met Colonel Zelko and Zoltan, which except the 8 F-117 aircraft present in the theater canceled their missions. Zoltan was reported to fly the aircraft as Yugoslavia's army spied around the NATO targets, which revealed the structure of the attack packages and the estimated time limit of the attack. As Colonel Zelko approached his goal, Zoltan ordered his radar to be commissioned for 20 seconds, but he could not find the aircraft flying secretly. Knowing that F-117 would be out of its limits within a minute, he ordered him to be turned on for 20 seconds. As seconds passed, he and his companions tried their best to find almost invisible aircraft. As soon as the clock reached zero, his partner, disappointed, understood that they would have to start the process of changing their place. Instead, Zoltan ordered to turn on the radar for the third time, unlike his previous instructions. Zoltan knew that the escort aircraft did not fly, and so he was not at risk of the HARM missile attack. Local time at 8:15 p.m., Zoltan saw Colonel Zelko at the same time when he was dropping his bombs, as Colonel Zelko's weapons were open, so for many seconds he disappeared from the strength of radar. Zoltan immediately ordered 2 missiles to be fired and maintained the radar lock even after the door was closed. Less than a minute later, Colonel Zelko saw missiles. They were moving 3 times faster than the speed of sound, so there was not much time to react, he said. I felt that the first missile passed above me so close that the aircraft was shaken. Then I opened my eyes and turned my head. The second missile was. The collision was loud. I was on a -7 G. My body was being pulled towards the canopy above the seat. As soon as I was trying to reach the ejection handle, I got an idea. It is really very, very, very bad. Fortunately, through a brave effort, Colonel Zelko was saved, and in a few weeks he started missions again. However, Zoltan's innovative strategy gave a major blow to NATO forces, especially from the perspective of publicity. He had the opinion to behave separately from the expectation of NATO mission planners and leadership. Low assessment of Yugoslavian air defense led to many mistakes in the plan process, causing Zoltan to take advantage of them and kill the F-117.